Hello, welcome to Soulprint Insights. I'm so glad you're here. I thank you for your support, your generosity, your kind words. All of it is appreciated. If you have not yet had an opportunity to check out the meditation video that was released last week called Self-Healing Meditation, Fill Your Vessel, I really encourage you to find the 20 or so minutes and take a listen to that meditation and move through it if you wish. It's just a really fabulous way to sort of recenter yourself, kind of heal, toss off some of the toxins that you yourself are carrying around. The understanding, of course, being that if your vessel is depleted, your human form is depleted, then you really don't have the energy to frankly, help yourself or help others. So I really strongly encourage you to take a listen to that meditation if you have not yet done so. So, there's a lot of crap going on in the world. I'm sorry, but there just is, right? You've got people who are being displaced and hurt and harmed by weather events. You have kids in cages. There's the whole human trafficking thing, which is absolutely insane. And talk about a total disrespect for somebody else's value and life. Okay, I'm not going down that path. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff on the earth that really sometimes it's just really hard to stay in that place of super positive energy and hope. So I turned to Miss Sudius and said, why, if the earth is supposed to be our playground, does it often feel so difficult and painful to be here? And I would like to share with you the Miss Sudius answer. Here we go. Our dear and cherished souls, these are times of profound spiritual growth and understanding, and times of great suffering and tragedy. Yet, this has always been so on the earth plane. The energy is dense and heavy. A place of such abundance and yet such lack. A place of brilliant acts of love and devotion and of incomprehensible acts of cruelty and disregard. It is the nature of the polarities. For there to be one, there then must be its opposite. It is, however, the soul's agenda to learn that energy is energy, not positive, not negative. However, in learning this truth, the realization must come that though not positive or negative, thoughts are far from benign. Energy is in a continuous state of expansion. And that expansion is what allows for continued growth, and that prevents stagnation and stagnation to decay. The soul individually, communally, and globally is in an ongoing quest to create an environment where harmony becomes baseline. In the creation of this idea, the energy of the earth will become less dense and heavy. So literally, we are trying to create the idea of a planet with harmony as its baseline. We are trying to increase the lighter energies on the planet. In that, it will become lighter brighter, and the vibration will rise. This rising vibration would then transform the energy and create an environment that would be able to be home to beings of higher vibrations. This then would allow for the evolution of you and yours to be able to contain physical form, but still be able to vibrate at a high enough level that that which is now behind the veil is not only visible and accessible, but in fact, both vibrations would join to create a whole new vibration. Atlantis tried. They were able to increase their vibration, but lower energy forms were strong enough that those energies prevented a joining, and instead, Atlantis continues on in another dimension. Higher energy patterns than Earth, but not high enough to create a whole new. There is the intellectual understanding that we are all one and that we come from one source. There is the belief that the soul is indestructible and cannot die. And while most can agree with these truths, there continues to be an ongoing struggle for the right to be right. By its very definition, that just means there must be a wrong. This then prevents the return to a place where energy is pure energy, neither right nor wrong. This is the struggle that has occupied the earth for eons. The ego has its purpose, and a very important purpose. It is part of what defines you to you, by extension to others. However, there is an energy that is amplifying, that wants to have me define you to you, others to define you to you. This is not ever going to work because this is in direct opposition to every soul's greatest reality, that free will trumps all. There is inherent in all a spark of divine that is continually attempting to raise their own and others' vibrations. This is the very best of the human condition. This is what affords us empathy, compassion, and love. This is the energy that embraces the positive in self and others. This is the purpose that brought forth the indigos, the crystals, and the rainbows. The earth is in a precarious state. It has been stripped too fast of its life-giving and affirming resources. It cannot survive unless the vibrational energy is increased to a level that will assist in global healing. Understand that energy must be joined with action and intention to make manifest this kind of change. There is a wave of high intensity energy souls who are working knowingly and unknowingly to heal the damage done. While each soul has its own soul print, it also carries within the soul print of global growth and renewal. That is why the young adults of Earth are tackling issues and situations that were ignored or not considered important previously, despite the hard work of the hippie generation that, of course, came to plant the seeds. These souls are charged with hope and plan to create this healing and vibrational energy surge so that there can be a whole new level of understanding and a higher vibration that has ever existed on the planet Earth before. These amazing souls come already comfortable and able to function at this higher vibration, and they are joining together in an attempt to have love simply override hate, to have the energy vibration transcend its current level. These returning young people have and are arriving equipped with knowledge and understanding unknown to the planet before. They work with all levels of energy, forms, and understanding that we are all of one. They know we are all of one. They are determined to show us that we can become one. Heaven and earth united as one. So there's been a lot of talk about, the third dimension, vibrational energy, and how we're trying to, get to the fourth dimension of energy. This sort of addresses that. And it talks about some of the things that we really need to look at in order to help that fourth dimension become a reality here on this plane. And that really does involve creating the lighter and brighter and higher vibrations so that love and compassion and understanding and empathy and care can all be risen to a level where they really are able to push back against hate and despair and destruction and greed. So, how is it that we implement that rise in vibration in our own realities, in our own day-to-day lives? Well, a big part of it is understanding that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. Our actions are incredibly powerful. And so it really is a matter of becoming, I guess, a little bit more mindful of what we're thinking about, what we're putting our energy into on a day-to-day basis. Are we thinking happy thoughts, or are we thinking worrying thoughts, scared thoughts, concerned thoughts? So it's super important, right, that we focus on the brighter, clearer, higher vibrations and thoughts of our lives, incorporate them in a day-to-day, almost moment-to-moment way. We can't ignore the lower vibrations, and we shouldn't prevent ourselves from getting angry or frustrated or annoyed. But what we need to do is recognize the emotion, thank it for the lesson or the awareness or the understanding that it is bringing us, and then release it and replace it with an energy of, I can fix this, I can work with this, I can understand this. What can I do to make this better? And I believe that we all have that capacity. And I believe that more and more, as we really are faced with the reality that we are a village, the whole planet, we're a village. There is not kind of the separation that there used to be 50, 80, 100 years ago, 30 years ago even. We're all coming together. And so there is that need and recognition that we are all one. We are all hurling through space on this rock, and we really need to start to understand that and embrace it and figure out what it is that we have and that we can contribute. And very, very often, the light workers and the earth angels and, the indigos and the crystals and the rainbows understand that their work, what they're contributing, is really, really all about the energy. It is about harnessing, it is about amplifying it, and it is creating just a higher vibration, a better energy. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have found this interesting, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, stand in your power and stand in your light. Bye.